The clock has no grace or mercy. The clock keeps ticking. The calendar keeps flipping pages. And so what do I want to look like? What do I want to feel like this time next year? Well, if I quit my physical activities, it won't be good. I will not be happy with the result in 12 months. If I keep doing what I do, I'll hopefully stay in great shape and be healthy.
Kill Complacency, a podcast that inspires growth and intentionality and helps you overcome your greatest obstacles.
All right. My guest today is Alan Norton. Alan Norton is local to Oklahoma City, and I started following him on Facebook, and he inspired me just with his daily post about being at the gym. But I know you've been in the Navy, you're a drywall estimator.
Right.
You do a lot with Oklahoma City, you're a real estate investor. Right. But Alan, could you kind of give us the backstory on your life? And
gosh, yeah. And I appreciate you following me on Facebook for the gym stuff. I do that just so people, Marty, and we have such a challenge with people being unhealthy that a small sickness that shouldn't take you off your feet just wipes you out because you've permitted yourself to get kind of weak. So the gym thing is important, and just exercise in general. So Navy, I started right out of high school. My dad, God bless him, he's passed away about 10, 11 years ago, took me into the kitchen and said, "Son, I'm proud of you. You're going to graduate high school." He had this probably a Norman Rockwell calendar on the wall. And he said, "Here's when you graduate." Circled the date. And then he flipped over a couple months and said, "Here's when college starts." He circled the date college starts. He said, "You can be enrolled in college living here at home. You can be enrolled and living on campus." He said, "I'll help you with that. Or you could be living somewhere else." He said, "If you come home the day after that, the locks will have been changed and your things will be on the front porch."
Really?
Yeah. And he wasn't mean about it. It just very matter-of-factly, the next phase of your life doesn't involve you hanging out here at my house.
Yeah.
And so I went straight to the recruiters, talked to the Navy and probably the Army and the Marine Corps and Air Force, and joined the Navy. So I turned 18 in boot camp, in fact. So it was a great time. I went there to grow up.
How did you pick the Navy?
Oh, I wanted to travel. I wanted to get some training, technical training, and then travel the world, and that's what I got. It was awesome.
How long were you in the Navy?
Just 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years. The Navy didn't want me any longer than 4 years. I was having way more fun than I should have and not following all the rules.
So what happens after the Navy, Alan?
Well, I came back to Oklahoma City. Actually, I took the summer off on my Kawasaki KZ650.
Okay.
I was stationed in Philly at the time and took the summer off and went up to Maine and came back down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And just the whole summer. Just got the ocean in my view and played and had fun, relaxed. And in Myrtle Beach, I got into a motorcycle wreck in 1985, around November. Put me in the hospital for a month, pretty serious concussion, and got flown back home to recover. So I got kind of started over in 86.
You're born and raised in Oklahoma?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from here in Oklahoma City.
At what point there do you get married?
Well, my first marriage was probably in 88, and I should know that. I know.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Got married to a gal I met when I worked in retail back at Chevrolet Mall.
Okay.
And we had 3 kids. I had what I thought was a great marriage. You know, every marriage has struggles.
Sure.
I married again. Been married for 17 years. And every marriage has struggles. But the first one didn't make the long haul. So I got 3 kids out of that, and grandson, 2 grandson and a granddaughter.
Okay.
From that marriage. So it's a good thing.
Yeah. We talked a little bit before the show, and I want to tap into this a little bit. The mostly because I'm just learning about it myself, the whole blended family thing. So can you had 3 kids, you get remarried.
Right.
And you have 3 more, right?
Right.
So you have 6 kids, but you have a blended family. How?
Right.
Talk to me about the struggles and the challenges of a blended family.
Well, it's it's a blessing in time, but it can be. And listen, I don't know everybody else's journey.
Sure.
I know mine. And I know that there was some very rough terrain we had to cover because I married a woman, a school teacher, Dana, who's just a wonderful, wonderful wife, and she had complete control of the household. And I showed up, and now there's a little power struggle going on between she and I.
Sure.
And it was nothing intentional. It was just the friction that occurs when two people start hanging out real close together. And then the power struggle between the kids and myself. And then my kids. And there were feelings that I picked them over the new family over there are just so many things that go on, Marty, and you don't see it. You see bits and pieces of it, and perhaps some people are better at that.
Do you feel like people talk about the struggles in that?
No.
Not at all?
No. I don't know. Perhaps there are some places where you can go, and it would be good if people could talk about that. I think a lot of it, like a lot of things that are therapeutic, is just a matter of you getting it off your chest, just talking to other people that can relate to it.
Yeah.
And more of that would be good.
As I mentioned, I met a lady last week called Graylin Grace, and she has a ministry of blended families.
Right.
But that's what she talked about, is just creating a space for people to talk, because then they realize, oh, this little pushback from Johnny's normal. And this friction in my marriage is normal. Like, we both want different things, just we have preferences that are laid out differently.
And you think about it, in your upbringing, how I was raised and how she was raised are not radically different, but different enough.
Yeah. Over the years, I have been coached by countless mentors, and now I want to offer that to you as well. How? By Marty Hofmann's Life Coaching. This will be a 6-week program in which I will guarantee you will develop a more growth mindset. We will set goals and learn about the importance of the processes and habits behind those goals. I will also help you see your story differently as things happening for you, not to you. We will also be discussing your future self and give you clarity on who that is and what it looks like. For more information, please follow the link below or hop on martyhoffman.com and follow the coaching link.
I told my daughter, and I'm going to share something with you that I wasn't sure I would share, but I don't think Chelsea would mind. My daughter got, after our divorce, her mother and I got divorced, she got into drugs. And ended up going to prison for drugs. And the friction and the challenges she's faced through that process have been heartbreaking to watch.
Sure.
And as a father, to watch your child go through that kind of difficulty is hard to describe. But the blessing is on the other side, in her case, and I hope in most cases, where she's able to get clean, reevaluate, get more connected to God. In this case, I think was a huge factor. Develop a good community, and come out and prosper, do well. And I think a lot of broken families and blended families are kind of the same way. That there's a battle that goes on. And if you don't have it and you're listening, God bless you. Write a book.
Sure.
I'll read it. But yeah, so getting on the other side of that is amazing.
It's interesting. Graylin mentioned that the hardest transition is a girl, the child, the female child. The older she gets, the harder she has adapted into a blended family, just because of the nurture, the instinct to nurture. And the easiest transition is like a 2-3-year-old boy to a stepdad, because that stepdad can get on the ground and wrestle, and that kid's bonding. So those things were interesting to learn about too, the struggle dynamics that take place even within the
blended families. And it's just a thing. I mean, I just went to my stepson's wedding. He now has a stepson. I'm thinking about it. It's just crazy. And the relationship that he has with that kid, and how my relationship will be with him. There's so many crazy things.
That could have a lot of grandpas. Right?
Yeah. It's just crazy when you look at it.
Yeah.
But it's good. I feel bad for the people that give up.
Sure.
Because it is at some point, perhaps it's on your mind. I'm just out of here. This is crazy. I feel like a chauffeur. Nobody cares about me. And listen, the words I'm speaking right now, I felt those things.
Sure.
Okay. And they were real feelings.
Yeah.
But when I examined the further harm that would be done if I bailed, I'm just going to come in and stir the pot and get out of here. Well, that's not any way to live.
Don't you feel that way? I mean, even working out, like how often do you feel like working out every morning? You know?
Oh,
but we can bail, but then what?
Yeah, well, then you get fat and lazy.
I was telling my daughter, because I run, I was telling her to think about, slowing down and run. She's like, what? So you're going to get fat, Dad? She's like, I don't want a fat dad.
Well, and, Marty, I look at it kind of like this. The clock has no grace or mercy. The clock keeps ticking. Yeah. The calendar keeps flipping pages. And so what do I want to look like? What do I want to feel like this time next year? Mm-hmm. Well, if I quit my physical activities, it won't be good. I will not be happy with the result in 12 months.
Yeah.
If I keep doing what I do, I'll hopefully stay in great shape and be healthy.
Yeah. 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 And the rewards of a blended family, or the rewards of showing up every day at the gym, we don't see them. We don't see that show up happening.
Right.
The results every day. But as you look back, I mean, you're looking back at your family now, and you're so happy you stuck it out.
Oh, absolutely.
And put in the time.
Yeah, I've got 2 grandsons that are just wonderful. They call me Papa, and they come in and they're happy to see me when I walk in the house, and I wouldn't have them had this not happened. Very grateful for that, and grateful that Tiffany, my stepdaughter, permits me that privilege. Mm-hmm. Because she doesn't have to. So, man, if you're struggling with that kind of thing, just battle it out. Mm-hmm. Do your best. It's not about you. And that's the toughest thing about life. It's not about you. We want it to be. We think we were owed something, but we're not.
We think it's about us, but it's not.
It's not. It's about the people you touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me, I mean, we talked a little bit before, but you talk about people you touch, and before we started, we were talking about Bible studies.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your men's prison Bible study.
Okay, and it's people that are out of incarceration now, so I'm not going into the prisons.
Sure.
I thought about doing that, but I haven't yet. I'm afraid somebody would recognize me and not let me leave. So the Bible study, I got invited to it because Chelsea, my daughter, had just gotten out of prison. And they had a Bible study at the church. I got invited to just play a small role in it. And I've been doing it for 4 years now, I think. And it's people just getting out. They're getting back on their feet. And I told Chelsea, my daughter, this. And I think everybody can relate to this statement. Your community takes you where your community is going. And if you pick a community of meth users, well, you're going to follow that path and end up where they end up.
Yeah.
And it's probably, I think the odds are very high that you're not going to be happy with that outcome, that destination. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, you pick a good, solid community, whether it's Christian or not, you're going to find yourself in a whole different place over time. And your mindset is affected by it, and your relationships. You learn stuff.
Everything
is affected.
And if you're in that poor environment, like, you don't have to be a victim of it. Like, get out, right?
Absolutely. But that takes courage.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a little guts. Because here's the thing, Marty. Listen, you're a solid guy. You know a lot about real estate. I'd like to spend more time with you because you're raising the bar for me. Mm. Okay, and that's what community needs to do. Yeah. I don't need to pick a community that I'm comfortable with.
Sure.
Okay, my other Bible study is guys that are in their 70s and 80s. They know a bunch. They know a bunch. They got scripture memorized. They've retired preachers, have preached missionaries, been around the world. They know a bunch. And I asked God, put me in a group of guys that can lift me up.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And bring me to a high level, sure. And he did. And it's amazing. And so, picking the community, I get to pick my own community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It requires that I stretch myself a little bit and get outside my comfort zone and pick people that I admire, that I want to be like,
Mm-hmm.
and not let the devil tell me, oh, they don't want to spend time with you, you're not worth it, you know, you don't have this and that. You can't let that kind of talk kill you. The power of life and death is in the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we speak health and life over ourselves, or we speak destruction over ourselves.
Yeah.
And there's only one that wins.
Yeah. And I like what you're saying there. You know, we're as good as our community.
Yeah.
And I think that people don't realize that or realize the power of the influence.
Right.
But you can, especially from an outsider, you can see it, right, with different people. Like, like they're becoming like their community, you know, whatever that is, good or bad.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it. A lot of times it's more bad. We're like, oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
So.
Hang around with the wrong people. It is important, and I wish I would have seen this earlier on in my life, because I picked the wrong crowd to run with early in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that it took me down a horrible trail, it just there was no success.
Sure.
There were no
It didn't go
achievements.
anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It was kind of maybe a flat line.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that anymore.
It's good. That's why we're talking to you, because
Yeah,
you're being
yeah.
intentional and making things happen. So
Try to do it on purpose. Yeah.
Talk to me. How has your you grew up in a Christian home? How has your faith grown over the years? Is that new to you? Is that
I actually grew up, and the Christian home that I have, my Christian home, is different than the Christian home I grew up in.
okay?
So we didn't go to, when I was a kid, didn't go to church faithfully. It wasn't a intentional thing, and I went there and I'd screw off when I went, so I never really paid much attention.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship now I have with my faith is solid, and I'm studying the Word and finding ways to get into it. Marty, I'm reading the Word in the morning. Every morning I get up and do a Bible study.
Sure.
Okay, 5:15 I get up. I'm sorry, 4:15. Get up, do the Bible study, and then get to the gym by 5:30. And I find myself taking longer in the Bible study than I ever imagined.
Mm.
You know, you don't realize just how much there is there. And if you become interested in it and you want to get closer to God and understand things better and be nicer to people,
Yeah.
do good things, it's all in there. So I found myself kind of captivated by that in the morning, and that's exciting.
Alan, has that always been a habit of yours?
No, that's good. About 3 years.
Okay.
I've been faithful to it for about 3 years. And I've been going to church, been saved since the 90s,
Yeah.
but haven't taken it as seriously as I do now.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it, Marty, is because I'm now in a couple Bible studies where
Iron sharpens
it's
iron.
important, sure. It's important that I contribute. Or at least don't drag them down. You know, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. If you want to wear a billboard of a message of kill complacency or live intentionally, then check out my merch store. It's www.mindsetshop.com. Mindset is with an X, so it's MINDXET shop, SHOP.com. Mindsetshop.com. You know, it's interesting, your comparisons here. So I started running a couple of years ago, but last year I wanted to get better. And there's this guy in my town, his name is Trey. And I knew, because everything you're saying, like I know this, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You're only as good as your environment. You need community. Because that's the other thing. I mean, we haven't touched on that necessarily, but you're so much stronger with someone else.
Oh, absolutely.
So Trey owns this Hoboken, a coffee shop, and I saw his car there, and I just turned around and I just went in. He was in the back, you're not even allowed back there, but I was just going to do this, right? So I just walk up the stairs, and he turns around, and him and I know each other kind of in passing, but not real good. And I said, Trey, so I want to start running with you. And, that conversation has been so good because I had to ask. I had to put myself out there. But Trey was happy to have a partner to run with.
Yeah.
It passed the miles. He's a good Christian guy. We have these great conversations. And he's a faster, stronger runner than me. So,
right. So you got someone to keep up with.
Yeah, I have someone to keep up with. But to your point about getting up and putting in your time, I've got to put in my time so that I can actually keep up with him and actually help him, because I don't want to be the one dragging him down either. So
yeah. And something that I have observed since I kind of started sticking my neck out and reaching higher is that the people that I admire that are having this success that I'd like to have are pretty doggone receptive to helping out. I've not had anybody that was just a really heavy hitter tell me, no, I'm gonna pass on that, or I don't have time for you. People that are successful want to see other people be successful.
They usually do.
And I'm just, I never understood that.
Well, we don't think that.
No.
And in our limited mindset, we think, poor me, I've got to do this on my own.
Yeah, I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's, I got blessed. I got Robert and Linda Elder. They're over this Millionaire Possibilities group in Ocean City. And I've been studying Robert, following Robert for about 20 years, watching him buy and sell and flip and wholesale. And finally, Robert said he wanted to do some coaching.
Okay.
And I'd done some coaching here locally, real estate coaching, and so I got some experience with it. And Robert and Linda wanted $25,000, which for me was it's still a massive amount of money. Yeah, I didn't have to bring that much with me. And but I did it because I thought so highly of them. And here's what happened. We're in the coaching. We laid out a sheet of activity for me to do. Here's your homework. Every week you're going to talk to 2 or 3 bankers, get to know them by first name. They need to know you. When the deal comes in, they know who you are when you come to their office.
Yeah.
Get partnerships with realtors. One of the things is start making offers on houses. Just start making offers on houses. Well, I'd bring my homework in, and we'd look it over, and bankers, great. Yeah, man, you're doing great with the realtors. How many offers did you make? Well, I didn't really make any offers this week. So this went on for a couple of weeks. And Robert finally, about the 3rd week, said, you gave us a lot of money for this coaching, and we're not giving any of it back to you.
That's what he said?
Yeah. He said, but we don't want we need you to be successful so we feel successful.
Yeah.
So he said, we need you to start making offers. Seriously. And he asked me, what is a punishment that we could apply to you if you don't make offers? And I said, well, I don't like to clean. I'm not a neat freak, so cleaning is not my thing. And he said, well, the next Saturday, if you don't do your homework, you'll spend Saturday cleaning our office. All day. It's a pretty good sized office. And so after the meeting that evening, I got on my phone, too. I didn't even get to the car. Called my realtor buddy, Jim Miller. I said, Jim, we just got to get to work, brother. This has got to happen. Line me up some houses to look at. And I started making 5 to 7 offers a week. And I'll be darned if I didn't start buying houses.
Yeah.
Just amazing. So, and I said that to say this. Robert and Linda had a standard that was higher than mine. And they weren't ready to settle for my standards.
Sure.
They would prefer that I raise my bar to their standard. And I did.
That's good.
And it resulted in a great deal of success. I feel great about it.
The other thing I think you could draw from that is you can have all the information, but you still have to take action.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, the information doesn't do any good.
Not a bit. Until you step out in faith and start doing stuff. Yeah.
I have a weekly accountability call. I get on a Zoom call with some guys. And every week we have commitments. And one of my commitments this week was to make an offer.
Okay.
And I reviewed it yesterday afternoon, and I was like, I haven't done that yet.
Oh, shoot.
And so sure enough, just simply out of the accountability of these guys asking me, I made an offer yesterday, and I don't know if I'll get it because I offered where it's going to work for me, and maybe probably won't work for
Hey,
the.
you know what I tell
But
people?
I don't care. Like,
No, and it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
throw the offer out
you
there.
write it out. Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, put another offer out
Yeah.
there. And your number's the only one that matters.
hmm
I tell people that all the time. I don't care what they're asking. And I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
You can ask as much as you'd like. Here's my number.
Yeah.
If my number works for you, great. If it doesn't, well, we'll just
No
move on.
worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that to say, it was similar thing.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday, mostly out of accountability.
Right.
Like I
Right.
knew I was accountable to these guys,
Wow, that's awesome.
and I wanna tell them I did it.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
and you had the same report that next week, right? You told him
Absolutely.
I made some offers.
I made some offers.
I'm not cleaning.
Yeah, and here's a funny thing, just kind of to piggyback on that. So a number of months went by. We're still doing the coaching, and Linda, they were taking a vacation, and Linda Elder sent an email out to all the students and said, "Hey, a wholesaler brought this deal to us. We don't have time for it. When do you guys work it?" And so I reached out to the guy and bought this house in Del City. I've got the house rented now. And I joked that I bought it below market, got immediate equity in it. And I told Linda, I said, next time you're wanting a vacation, let me know and
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Because your vacations are very profitable for me.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just wanted to thank you guys for listening to the end. In closing, I just wanted to add that if this message resonates with you, if it aligns with your values, and something in it today triggered something, then you can also look me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. We are really trying to help people live more intentional lives to kill the complacency with which they have subscribed to. I know there's many ways which I get sucked in all the time. So if this is beneficial, follow me there.